Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Hoy, and if you're new here, welcome back to my channel where I do crypto reviews, updates, and even tutorials. Today we'll be reviewing IllumiShare SRG. We're going to see what they're all about, and as you can see here, they have an upcoming pre-sale coming in just about 13 days or so. We see here the countdown timer, and if I were to reduce everything that I've seen so far on this project, if I were to describe this project in just one word, I would say trust. Out of everything that I've seen so far on this website, they're trying to gain trust and also provide trust to the investor. Now, what is IllumiShare SRG trying to achieve? Well, first of all, they want to clarify that they're not a stable coin, because right here it mentions that they're backed up, a portion of their tokenomics. It mentions that they're going to be backed up by physical gold, recovery fund, and also technology. But being backed up by physical gold and recovery funds doesn't mean that it's a stable coin. So they just want to clarify that so there wouldn't be any confusion. But this is interesting. How is cryptocurrency going to be backed up by physical gold? And here it says, we will keep a physical gold reserve equivalent to the percentage of the all-time high market cap. The gold will be stored in a safe room at a central bank in Abu Dhabi in a transparent manner and will be broadcasted live 24/7. This is just crazy, okay? I haven't seen any project that has done anything similar to this. And I just think this is very, very interesting and very, very crazy, okay? But yeah, that's what they want to do. And recovery funds or fund, what is that? The backup of the backup, our cash reserve, built from the margins between the gold market price and our gold price. We will use this to budget automatically for aggressive marketing. So we see here that they're going to be backed up by physical gold and also actual cash, which is interesting, and they're going to be using that to do some very, very aggressive marketing. And overall, I will have to say that this whole project is coming very, very aggressively, okay? Because they're pretty much telling us with all this information so far is that they're not like any other cryptocurrencies, and you're going to see why. The next one is technology, which they're going to have a auto burn mechanism in place, assets backed by NFT marketplace. They're going to have their own marketplace, staking mechanism, and SRG payment gateway. So I think this is very, very good from this project. I like that they're not focused on gaming, mixing crypto and gaming. Not that is something wrong with it, but their main focus is not that. Their main focus is to actually provide some sort of real value to the community, to the people. And yeah, so I think that's really awesome. And if we keep going here, we're going to see unique assets backed NFT marketplace. And you'll see here that what they're trying to achieve is to reduce or to have an anti-fraud, because if you notice, NFTs right now are doing really bad. They're like 90% down, and there has been so many frauds that we have seen on NFTs. But what do they want to do about it? It says, in line with our commitment to transparency and trustworthiness, we are creating our own asset-backed NFT marketplace, which will have an anti-fraud system to prevent scammers from uploading scam NFTs, and a no-code module where anyone can generate their own NFT collection, buy and sell NFTs without using any single line of code. Furthermore, our NFT marketplace will work with only certified companies and focus on 4 unique categories: tokenization of real estate assets, certification of gold and diamonds, tokenization of potential assets of gold and diamond mines, tokenization of agriculture plants. So this is very interesting. They want to cut down on scamming on NFTs to mitigate those type of risks and kind of provide a little bit more of a safer area, safer place for NFT trading and selling. But that's not all they have in mind, of course. They have SRG Pay, which is a real life value. And here it says, we are developing our own payment gateway, SRG Pay, which will enable anyone to make payments with SRG tokens for the categories mentioned below. And here's the categories. Purchasing tangible items. SRG tokens will be used to buy tangible items, including groceries, cars, real estate, flight tickets, vacations, education courses in the real world. And then we have purchasing virtual items like NFT and gaming, land, for the virtual land and metaverse. We have governance voting that can be used in the community, to make decisions, which is really great for the DAO donation plan and wealth fund. And finally, trading NFTs. So those are going to be the uses, for the SRG Pay. And then we have this big news right here, okay, which is the royal family of Abu Dhabi, which are involved. They're actually part of the team of this project, okay? Now this name here, I'm probably not going to pronounce it very well, but it says here, the private office of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Ahmed bin Hamdan Al Nahyan from the royal family of Abu Dhabi has joined as official partners to IllumiShare SRG. Together, we will make the world a better place where money will give the people both stability and opportunities. Welcome to the golden era. So I find this to be very interesting. Very, you know, we don't really see this much in crypto projects. We're actually having somebody of, I guess, authority in a certain way involved in this. It's not just like a celebrity. It's actually someone, you know, up there, you know, of importance, I guess. And I wouldn't say political, but a certain level of authority. And right below that, we see here the commercial license of Abu Dhabi authorities, the license number. So very interesting. They're trying not just provide us with just words and, you know, and things of that nature, but actual information that, you know, what they're saying is actually true. But again, even though with all of this, and this is something I always say, always take everything with a grain of salt, right? We always have to do our own research before investing in anything. But so far, it's looking pretty solid. And it says that it's secured by Brand Shield and then CYE, and it's trusted by all these different brands and companies and corporations. And then we have here that the smart contract is audited by Cyberscope. And right below that, it says opportunities. One of them is the blockchain is the future of the economy. I do see the blockchain and cryptocurrency growing in the future. That's a good thing, of course. And then it says the rising of inflation pretty much has been getting worse for the last 40 years. And they have seen that gold has historically served as a hedge against inflation. So pretty much gold has maintained its value throughout like so many years, centuries, or even thousands of years. But they're saying that, you know, historically has served as a hedge against inflation, which is a good, interesting information. And finally, which I think this is one of the most important things, is that people lost trust in crypto. And it says only 4.23% of the world population adopted the crypto. We explored that most common reasons of people that do not got into the crypto is yet because they don't identify the real value behind the crypto, especially after many projects failed due to lack of transparency and honesty about what was behind them. And we see this a lot, like how many projects, and if you're new to the crypto world, into the crypto investment, then you probably haven't seen this, but certainly you have heard in the news anywhere, you know, of so many projects that they started strong, but then they got weakened, they lost traction, they lost their vision, and it just ended up just being another project among so many others. And today we see so many projects that like some people, they're just extra careful, which it should be at all times, of course, when it comes to investing. But now it has become that, you know, there has been so many pump and dumps, even rug pulls, and at worst case scenarios, the token doesn't even launch and it ends up just being a pure fraud, just pure theft. But anyways, let's keep going down here where it says the SRG ecosystem. So they're going to be backed by 3 assets that they're not connected, or, you know, they're just uncorrelated, which is gold, cash, and technology, which is great. They're going to have a DAO donation and wealth fund system as well. You're gonna have staking. It says up to 18% APY. Just keep in mind that this starts at 6%, and then as the longer you keep your money staked or your token staked, then this percentage increases throughout the time until you reach 80% at 365 days. So that's pretty much how it's going to work. I'm going to get into more in depth on this on a separate video because I don't want this to be too long. And then we have here real life value, SRG as payment method, the NFT marketplace with anti-fraud system, and all this you know, for various reasons that they're going to have for the NFT marketplace, which I think is very great. And I'll definitely will be making more videos about this project. I'm going to be following along to see, you know, any updates and how they're doing. So make sure, if you guys want to stay in the loop, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, so you never miss any of those updates. But let's keep going here. And here explains a little bit of the IllumiShare DAO donation and wealth fund, how this is going to work. So pretty much it's going to be a percentage from the total supply that's going to be allocated, you know, for those donation plan and funds or wealth fund. And finally, we have here the total allocation. So 44% is going to exchanges, 15% is going to the gold reserve, 14% is going to the burn mechanism, 10% is going to the founders and management, 8% is going to development, 5% to donation plan DAO, and we have 3% for staking mechanism, and finally we have that 1% wealth fund DAO. So that's pretty much how everything's going to be allocated here. Not much of a tokenomics. I'm going to get that a little bit more in depth on a separate video, but here we have the crypto vesting schedule. So it's very straightforward. It's just 90% 2 years locked. So pretty much to mitigate, like it says here, to mitigate price fluctuations and ensuring the overall integrity of the project, the token allocation for founders and management team tokens is locked up as below: 90% for 2 years, 70% for the 3rd year, 50% for the 4th year, and 40% for the 5th year. So they won't have access to these tokens, 90% of them, for like 2 years. Okay, so that's pretty good to kind of have a little bit of a stability on the pricing and not have that little pump and dump effect, at least not coming from the team. Okay, you as an investor, retail investor, you can do whatever you want, which is great. So you're not tied up to this investment right here, or this vesting, I'm sorry. You can do pretty much whatever you want as soon as you get your tokens, and they're already tradable on an exchange. But as for the team, pretty much, and founders and management, like all of them who are behind this project, they weren't able to do anything. They have to just wait for that vesting period, you know, that cliff to complete, and then they'll have access to their tokens. We don't have the information how they're going to be distributed, you know, over the time, but at least we know that for the first 2 years, 90% is locked. So that's great. And they're looking for it to keep holding it for long term. So that's great. And the other thing that is also great is the team. So taking a quick look here at the team, they'll have their LinkedIn, their account, which is great. They have their title, what they do, a little bit of the background. Of course, we can get more in depth in that separately, and, you know, like I said, in a separate video, but just to have an idea who they are, this is great. We have their picture, we have their name, we have their title, what they do, their background, experience. And if you notice, it's not just like 7 or 10 people, it's actually a whole group of people. Sorry. They have a lot of information here, a lot of experience, and we can check on each one by one. And we also have advisory board. Again, these are people that, you know, have experience in this industry, that have been around. Okay, they've been around the block. Some of them, you know, actually coming from big tech companies. If we see here, our team consists of top experts from the blockchain, fintech, and global banking industries, including seniors from BlackRock, Polygon, Binance, Ethereum, Google, Meta from Facebook, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Dubai Gold Exchange, Alibaba, Microsoft, etc. So they're coming from different areas. It's not all just like blockchain. No, these are people that have experience, you know, have worked or have experience either in the fintech area, in the global banking industries. We have your Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Google, and so forth, like I just mentioned earlier. And so, yeah, so when we combine all this knowledge, all these people from different areas involved in this project, kind of paints us a picture that this project is solid and it has future. But as always, and this is something I always say in every video, we should always take everything with a little grain of salt. As with everything, we have to do our due diligence and do our own research, okay? And of course, this is not financial advice, but so far it looks like this is a pretty good solid project. We see here the roadmap where they're at. They actually started back in late 2021 when they started kind of structuring the ideas of this project, and where we're at right now. Okay, we're over here in the 4th quarter of 2022, and this means that we're getting close to the pre-sale. Okay, so we have the goal list sale and the public pre-sale, like that countdown that we saw earlier, that timer. So I think after this is pretty much they're gonna hit the ground running on starting next year on Q1. They're gonna start building and launching the NFT marketplace. They're gonna be doing their first project launch, which is the donation plan, real estate category launch, NFT marketplace, decentralized exchange, and centralized exchange listings on tier 1, tier 2. So they're pretty much going to be doing a lot of that stuff, which is great to see. And we even have more for the middle of the 2023 year. They're going to have the SRG payment gateway launch, the beta launch, and so many other things here on the project for 2023. So if they fulfill, okay, if they actually do what they say they want to do here in the roadmap, I see that IllumiShare is pretty much going to be hitting the ground running on 2023. And right below that, we see here some market strategy, which is like marketing, some PR in different parts of the world, business to business partnerships, which is going to be really good to see, ambassadors, programs. So we have all this, and right below that, just to conclude here, we have the key takeaways. Why IllumiShare SRG? They're saying that they're 100% transparency, which is why I said that if I were to reduce all of this into one word, what they provide in their whole project is trust. So they want to gain trust from the investors and reciprocate that back, that trust back to the investor. So I think that is very important nowadays. And we have here that they're stability with 3 uncorrelated backed up assets. And we have here that because they're top tier team, they have a vision. 90% of the owners' tokens are locked for the first 2 years, and they're going to have low transaction fees, gas fees, and their team is fully docs. So I think all of that is very important. Share your thoughts. What do you guys think about all of this? If you guys think this is a solid project, or maybe you guys think that this is not a good solid project, share your thoughts down below. And in case you're wondering which blockchain they're going to be running on, this is actually a cross-chain network. It's going to be between Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, and Ethereum 2.0. So it's going to be running on those 3. It's going to be a cross-chain network, which is going to be really, really cool. And like, this is me personally, I prefer Binance Smart Chain simply because the gas fees are much cheaper. The transaction fees is just lower compared to Ethereum. Sometimes Ethereum fees can just be really, really crazy. And then if we have Polygon, which is also low on gas fees, which is really great as an alternative to Ethereum. I think it's really, really cool. And it says, where will the gold be? Okay, it's going to be actually the gold reserve will be stored in a vault in Abu Dhabi Central Bank. After the quota in Abu Dhabi is completed, we will store gold at a central banks in the other city to create decentralized gold reserves. So this is just pretty crazy. And lastly, if you guys want to get into the gold list spots, then you have to be an active member of the community. And if you're a winners, of the giveaway, then you'll be rewarded with that spot of, to become or be in the gold list. I'll have the link for this website down below. Here are the different social media links. I think for that, you will have to kind of join them in their Telegram, follow them on Twitter to see how, to be involved in the gold list. Most of the time, you'll have a little bit more direct of a contact if you just send them a message in Telegram. Just be aware of scammers, because there's a lot of scammers on Telegram. Never share your seed phrases, any information about your wallets. Okay, very, very important. Don't do that. I've heard so many stories of people losing everything because they didn't quite understand how all that works. So guys, just be safe out there. And one thing to clarify, they didn't reach out to me. Okay, I'm doing this review because actually one of my viewers, from my channel here in YouTube, they mentioned this project to me, and that's why I decided to look into it. Which, by the way, if you guys want me to review any other projects, feel free to comment them below, and I will do my best, okay, to review them and see if they're a good project or not, and just share my thoughts about what I think about it. And yeah, and that's pretty much how I came across this project. And no, they didn't reach out to me. I'm not promoting this at all. Okay, like I always say, we should always do our own research and take everything with a grain of salt, because we have seen big projects, okay, even if they're dogs, that hasn't really done very well. And so far, this project is looking pretty good. If you're interested on another pre-sale, check out this video right here on Tune Finance, where I review that token if you want to learn more. And if you're interested on Shiba Inu, Bone Token, and Shibarium, check out this other video right here, where I cover that Shibarium is almost going to be released. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of your support, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.